Good morning.
Good morning.
Shaking out your sandy shorts.
Always forget to do that.
Doing our laundry. Look at all of our clothes just draped over the balcony here. All your undies.
Yep.
Dan's undies.
Stuff everywhere.
We are our 5th week into living in Bali.
Yep, pretty crazy. Going super quick.
That is absolutely crazy. We're really comfortable in what our routine's been like at the moment. I feel like a bit too comfortable, hey?
Yeah, like we made it pretty clear from the start that we didn't want to go out and do all these activities straight away just because we're going to be living here for a while. But now we've just actually not done much at all, so we need to go out and do more things.
Yeah, so we've got some really fun ideas. Like, obviously, when you come here, like, we want to do this, we want to do this. So many things. We haven't done them yet, so we've got a pretty exciting next few weeks, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Ahead of us.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. But for today, we wanted to share like how far your money goes.
Yeah, so we're thinking we'll do a $15 a day challenge to see how much $15 can get you in a single day. So sometimes we'll spend like what we usually spend a day, and then some other things you could also do.
$15 per person. So
And that's going to be AUD as well.
Yeah, AUD. Usually we wouldn't even spend that much, but today we're just going to show you how far and like what you can get.
Yeah.
With that.
So just as a bit of a reference as well, this is what 10 AU dollars looks like in Indonesia. So it's 100,000 Indonesian rupiah. So we're going to be spending 3 of them today, max budget. So let's see how far we take it.
Let's go. So as usual in our routine, we're starting it off by quickly going to the gym. Dan's got his board because he's going to go for a surf later.
Yeah.
Not as a fee today, obviously, but a monthly fee that we pay is for our gym membership.
It's a bit more of a luxury expense, but it's definitely worth it when you get the recovery section and everything as well. So that's about 400 AUDs a month, which is the gym and the recovery. So we think it's worth it, but obviously that's a bit more of a luxury expense.
Yeah. So not as part of today's cost, but a monthly cost that we have to factor in is, of course, rent. We're paying that today, but we'll talk about that later on, like how much roughly we pay a month and on average what rent is a month here. It is such a beautiful day. So we've just finished up at the gym quickly, and now we're starting off our costs for today with some breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast and coffee. Let's get it.
Yes.
So Lex and I's food has just come, so I've got the Amigo burger and Lex has got the chia pudding. So in total it's going to be around 110,000 rupiah for both of us, so it's about 55,000 each. So it's about $5.50 each.
A almond latte.
Almond latte.
Yes, please. I also just wanted to get a coffee, so that's $25,000 rupiah, which is roughly like $2 AUD. So that's a bargain. I also got almond milk, and they didn't charge extra, so cheap as.
They did the whole thing now. Oh, how good is that? So as like another big expense, you got to pay 2,000 rupiah to actually get some beach access every now and then. Not all beaches do it, but that's about 20 cents AUD just to access the beach, so not bad. So we're going to go look at the waves. They're not actually that great, not as good as I thought they were going to be, but it'll still be a bit of fun. Try catch some barrels, and Lex is going to try not drown treading water the whole time. Hey Lex, you might want to clip to the montage of me catching some barrels, alright?
Lex. Swimming out with Dan to video him surfing. Yeah, great idea. Great idea. Oh my god, Dan's board just broke. Oh my god.
Yep, a bit flat. My board has been absolutely cooked it. So it was literally about a 10-minute surf. Lex didn't catch any of my waves. Lex was drowning.
I actually
and it was not fun. I genuinely love this board as well, and it's cooked, so.
This is okay.
The bad news is that obviously my boards are broken. The good news is it's actually repairable, so it's going to get fixed in the next 3 days. Another bad news is it's not going to be a $15 day anymore. It's going to be around a $60 day, so we'll just ignore this part.
As we were driving past like the road, they've got all this like beautiful fresh veggies and fruit.
So while Lex is in the fruit section getting all the apples and bananas, there's a really good lolly section here, which is more my avenue. So pretty much these are the best things ever. Bang Bangs are like my new favorite snack. So good, and a whole bunch of lollies and everything here. Awesome. You can get a whole box of Bang Bangs for $3. There's 17 of them.
Tempting.
Like, very tempting. It means like 20 cents each. Like, they're like the equivalent to like maybe like a Mars bar or M&M's in Australia, but they're so good. Decided to go a bit more tame, just only 10 Bang Bangs, the smaller ones, and just a packet of chips. So. Thank you. Cheers.
So we got a few little bits from that market. I got 4 apples and 3 oranges. That'll last me a few days. Dan got 2 packets of a few different snacks that he likes, and that came to a total of 59,000 rupiah, which is roughly probably like 590 or a little bit less AUDs. So yeah. So we just got back and we wanted to sit down and kind of talk about our expenses each month and kind of what we pay. Yeah.
And also about our day as well, like spending $15 a day. Like it seems for today we're not going to spend $15 each. Like we obviously got the snacks, we did the cafe in the morning, and then we'll just for dinner's normally about $3 each sort of thing. So we probably won't end up paying $15 each. So it's really quite affordable to live here, but obviously depends on each person.
You can definitely get breakfast, lunch, and dinner all eat out for like $15 or under. Definitely you can.
How we get by like a day-to-day basis here in Bali is through my business. I give myself and Lex a 10% salary, so we just got to live on that from like week to week, and sometimes we go over, sometimes we go a little bit under. That's just how it is. But yeah, we just try to make it so it's about 10%, so I can obviously keep the rest of the money in the business to actually obviously grow it and evolve it, as well as like keep money aside for other investments as well.
Each month for rent we pay around like $700.
Yeah, just like around $700, a little bit more, but then throughout like each month as well, we're going to be staying at like nicer places just for 2 or 3 nights, a couple times a month. So then we can also like obviously live and like stay in really, really nice places as well, and then kind of fall back and live below the means a little bit more and be like in a place like
more
this.
of a basic.
Yeah. It's still nice, but like not like living lavishly.
It's really good because like obviously there's no water rates, there's no electricity rates, there's no gas. We get like when we want toilet paper, we ask for toilet paper. When we want soap, we ask for soap. Like so, it's really good like that. We don't have to pay for any of those things.
If you wanted to have your room daily cleaned for you, you can have that done. We do it maybe like once a week at this stage, but because we're pretty tidy ourselves really. But if you wanted to, you could have your room tidied every single day, like free of charge.
And then our next, like our biggest cost per month would be our gym membership. Dan kind of mentioned that earlier on this morning. We pay about $400 each a month, which is quite a lot for a gym membership, but
I think as well, it's like it's a good investment into yourself, because obviously it's going to make you work harder at the gym. Like you got to work for it, and then also you get the recovery section as well, which you can stay there the whole day if you want to. Like we never do that, but you could. And also the people that you meet there are absolutely amazing. Like it's really great networking, because people have put themselves in the position to actually go to that gym, and normally like some people that you want to communicate with anyway. So getting yourself in that environment is always a good thing as well. But
gyms over here in Bali, they're not all as expensive as this one that we go to, but they're all quite up there, maybe like $200 a month maybe, or I think there's a little bit lower as well, but it's more of a luxury to go to the gym over here.
Here I found it to be a lot more expensive, except for if you obviously get like really low level sort of stuff, just a few weights, you could be paying like $30 a month, but that's for really not much at all.
To get around, we have our scooter, so this once a month we pay it's $100.
$100 a month.
which is awesome because we use that to go obviously everywhere. You can't just walk here, you need the scooter, and it's amazing. Petrol as well is something that we pay for every week, and that's like $2 to fill it all the way to the top.
Yeah, so and that will normally last around like, for us, around like 5 days as such, but that's like not us caring at all about where we go. We just literally just go wherever, and it'll cost us like $2 to have a full tank, which is absolutely awesome.
Maybe $4 for the week.
So obviously we pay the $100 a month, the actual scooter rental, but then we also managed to stuff up the tyre as well, where it got really flat and you've got a bunch of holes in it. So they replace the whole tyre for us free of charge as well. So that's not something you have to worry about too much either.
Then also, I think like once a fortnight we've been going and getting our laundry done, because that's like how long we can stretch it out till. It costs like around $8 to $9 a fortnight, and they are awesome at doing your laundry here. They wash it all, they put it through the dryer, they iron it, and they spray it with this smelly nice stuff.
Yeah, it's really
and
nice.
they give it back to you all wrapped up in like this plastic bundle, and it's like so cool.
It works really, really well. And like obviously you don't have to factor in any costs of like the widening or like whatever, like the laundry liquids, anything like that, because they obviously do that all for you. So it's just literally about $8 a fortnight, which is really affordable as well.
So when we first got here, we changed over our SIM cards in our phones because we were both on Telstra, and international roaming is so expensive, so we had to get a new SIM card. And I think that was like $20 each? $25 each to get a new SIM card at the very beginning when we got here. And then only now, so the next month, it was only like $6.
Because like you don't need that much data. Like we use data as much as like we want.
Yeah.
But then you obviously get free Wi-Fi wherever you stay. You get free Wi-Fi in all the cafes and the gym, everything like that. So there's not actually a whole lot of time where you actually need to use your data. So you don't need to dish out a lot of money for that at all. So not much of an expense at all, but sometimes during peak times, the beaches will charge you not much at all, but around like 2,000 rupiah, which is about 20 cents. And that's not every time either. That's only some beaches. And if you want to go for a surf as well, which sometimes like Lex does, when I go surfing as well, which is only like $5 for like a couple of hours. So that's something that you could definitely do if you're wanting to do that.
And obviously we just have our day-to-day expenses on food. Now we love eating out. We loved eating out before we even moved here on the Gold Coast. We love going to cafes, but obviously it can be quite expensive. Here in Bali, it's almost cheaper to eat out than go and buy your groceries. Like I got the fruit today, it was about $4 for what I got, but I can go to a cafe and get a huge breakfast like I did this morning for $5. So
so it's, you can do what you like, really.
Yeah.
You can live however you want to live in Bali. If you want to live lavishly and dish out a ton, you can do that. But if you really want to live below your means and everything as well, it's very, very doable.
Yeah, and living below your means, like we're kind of doing that now. Like we are definitely not holding back. We haven't not experienced things, like we're having an amazing time, but we're not spending loads. But yeah, so we eat out for all of our meals. We get breakfast out. We also go and get dinner out every night, which we love. Most nights we eat out at the local wrongs, the Balinese people. They are so nice. At this place that we go to, you'll see his name's Joyo. That's where we're going to go tonight. Their food is amazing. It's super cheap as well. I think it's like on average might be like $2 to $3 for each of us, and you get an amazing portion size. So
it's like some of the best feeds ever, like some of the best curries and that you'll taste. So really definitely worth like getting.
Yeah.
But like different side note as well, if you want to get like a Gojek, which is the equivalent of an Uber here, super affordable as well. If we're in the car for, when we first got here, we were in the car for like half an hour, for instance, you could be paying around $2, like $2.80. So
cheap.
It's absolutely nothing. So that's something that you need to do as well. It's definitely very affordable to do that.
Overall, living in Bali, it is so affordable. We absolutely love it. You can live as expensively as you want and as cheap as you want, like we're doing. And
yeah, we're kind of like in that middle range a little bit, where we don't eat really cheap all the time, but we don't obviously go to the restaurants where you could pay $20 a meal as well. So there's some people that I know that I've talked to here that can spend up to like $15K like a month, which is definitely not something that we would do.
Yeah.
But you can definitely dish out if you wanted to as well. It's not all just cheap.
But yeah, we're loving it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. So this was one of the first places we found when we got here, and we absolutely love coming here for dinner. each night. The food is amazing. The Balinese locals, like, they definitely know how to cook. It's just so delicious.
G'day Joe, how you going? Going pretty good. What's been happening?
These taste so good with curry, which is what I'm getting. So yum!
So good. So Lex and I have just finished up at the Lil Wurrong feed. It was actually insane. So I got the sweet and sour chicken, and Lex got the
Green curry.
which is like, they're always like the best feeds ever. So, and really healthy as well. So we come here like probably like most nights. But like for that, I think it costs us $5.20, so 52,000 rupiah. So a really good feed and for a really good price. It's really good.
We're going home now. We're going to watch a movie for the rest of the night, and I'm craving something sweet. So we're going to go get a quick little snack. I'm feeling maybe like an ice cream. These are so good. It's so good.
Lex's biggest weakness though is this Oreos right here. He gets like a full, like massive packet of Oreos for about 90 cents. So we find ourselves here pretty often.
Oh my god, it sounds so bad, but I honestly think I eat like a packet of those Oreos, maybe like 2 of them a week.
So these are like the best little ice creams ever. They're like 30 cents and they're insane. Just a good little thing to have if you're like want to eat a little bit of a snack. We always get the chocolate ones, but I feel like I want to take a gamble and
Get the green one.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, doesn't look,
That does not
look super appealing at all. It tastes pretty good though. It's like caramel and vanilla. It tastes pretty good.
I always get the chocolate one. So good, and they're 30 cents.
Babe, that was actually delicious.
Yours is good?
I kind of want to get another one now.
Go and get another one. You got another one?
Come on. I think that's what they're supposed to look
that
like.
one looks way better. We forgot to say the cost of our snacks. It was 16,000 rupiah, which came to a total of $1.60 AED.
So that wraps up today and our expenses. So I didn't fail the task, unlike someone.
I only went 20 cents over. I spent 15.20 for today, and Dan spent 11.
Well, I also broke a surfboard, so that's going to cost me a bit of money in the next few days, but that's not today, so it doesn't count. So yeah, every day here can be pretty different, but this is just sort of an average day for us.
Yeah.
Go get some food, get some coffee, go get some snacks and that for the day, and that's
dinner.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So obviously, like day to day, like really depends and varies, but yeah, this is just our day to day.
Yeah, like every day we won't go and get a bunch of fresh fruit.
Yeah,
so some days are more
different.
expensive than others because you buy different things. But yeah, today was a pretty good representation.
Yeah, so thanks a lot for watching the video. If you guys could like and subscribe as well, that'd be awesome.
Oh my god, there's a bee. Yeah, just to park. Yeah, just to park your bike. It's not beach access, it's parking, isn't it?
Beach access.
I thought it was park.